In this scenario, we have 4 rows of bookshelves. In between each row, there is an aisle. The overall room name is library, but I want to identify each of the aisles. I call this the library aisle concept, for obvious reasons, but it has several other applications. For example, you can think of a computer room in a data center. Each row would be a computer rack, and you might want to identify each of the aisles. Well, this approach would work. This is Revit, the place for electrical designers. Today, I'm going to show you how to create spaces within rooms. To start, you need to make sure you have room tags and space tags loaded in your project. For the overall area, I am using room tag. And for the aisles, I want to use spaces. Let's start by creating a space and see how that works. Let's go to the Analyze tab and use the space button. And let's drop it anywhere. Then press escape twice. Select the tag and then let's go and select the host. Notice that the space that was created is for the entire area, just like the room. Well, I don't want that. Let me escape and Control Z. What we need to do to create the spaces in between the rows is to create space separators. So let's go to the Analyze tab and find the space separator. Click there and you can draw any shape of the room you want. I'm going to create rectangles. And then press escape twice. Now you have the space separators. By the way, you can control the visibility of these lines. I'll show you how in a minute. Let's create the spaces. Go back to the space option. Under Analyze tab, click on space. Now notice that now you have an option to drop them in between the rows because of the space separators. So let's drop one here and here and here. Then press escape twice. Now let's update the name of these spaces. Go back to the Analyze tab and click on Space Naming. Make sure that the options selected are names and numbers. Select all levels. Then say OK. It did what I wanted. However, if you notice the sequence of the spaces, it starts from the center, it goes to the left, and then it goes to the last aisle. I don't like that. I want to start from the left to the right. Sometimes you make that mistake. So it really matters when you place the space. So the space in the center is the first space I dropped. There is an easy way to fix. Select the tag, then select host. All you can do is really just drag it to this other side where you want it. If you do that, there's a warning that will pop up. It's telling you that the space tag is outside of the place of the space. So we want to move it into the space. So move the space. Now we have two spaces overlapping. So I'm going to select the other space, that is the number 2. I'm going to go to select host, and I'm going to drag this one to the other side where I want it. Same thing, move the space. And that's all you do to create spaces. Now, what if you want to get rid of these lines? You can easily do that in your visibility graphics. So let's type VG or go to your view template, and under model categories, find lines. Under lines, you will see there is a space separation for lines. If you uncheck that box, the lines will disappear. Now let me show you how a piece of equipment behaves with spaces and rooms. Let's go and find an electrical equipment. Let's go to systems. Let's go to electrical equipment. Sure, circuit breaker switchboard, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna drop it somewhere here by this wall. If I select the piece of equipment and I go and find where it's located in the room, the location will say that it is library 20, which matches the room information. What happens if I move this into one of these spaces? Notice that the location changes and becomes the name of the space. It's something to keep in mind when you are creating spaces. If you think this video was useful, please subscribe to my channel. It encourages me to continue to create more videos like this.